Okay, yogis, cats and down dogs, namaste. Thank you for being here. Oops, sorry, there's just one more. Okay, so come seated on your mats, hands on your knees, shoulders away from your ears. Taking some nice, easy, deep breaths. Connecting with your mat, connecting with your breath, and connecting with yourself. Bring your left hand onto your heart center and bring your right hand onto your belly. And this week we're doing the kidney and the urinary bladder. So the kidney activates courage. So it encourages us to be fearless. So take deep breaths into your belly. The kidney also holds the resonance of not good enough. I am not enough. I don't have enough. I'm not good enough. All those kind of things about enough. So removing that to self-acceptance and also feeling accepted. So it's more a sense of belonging. So it's more a feeling of how do I feel good enough to feel accepted? So obviously we don't define ourselves by the opinions of others or by external validation, but it's that internal groundedness and wholeness of self-acceptance, which then allows you to feel more attracted or less attracted to certain groups or people who you know unconditionally accept you. So take 2 more breaths here, releasing your knees, releasing your glutes. And just breathe in acceptance. Just that whole quality of acceptance of everything. And activate the courage. And then stretching your arms out, pressing into your fingers, shoulders away from your ears. And stretch your arms forward, palms together, fingers forward, shoulders down, head back. So pull your belly button in and press your shoulders down. We're opening up the neck and shoulder area. And then bring your thumbs between your eyebrows. This is bladder 2 point. It's a stress release point. Breathe into your belly. So deep belly breaths. The bladder is about looking forward. I so look forward to whatever. I'm looking forward, not living in the future. I'm looking forward to something. It's exciting. When it's blocked, we feel hopeless and we feel despair. And when the bladder meridian is open, we feel optimistic and we trust that things will work out. So we need to keep breathing into this bladder. It's a very long, complicated meridian. So it's about going with the flow, not resisting change, not spending energy on fighting against something that wants to move. Take 2 more breaths here. Feeling the flow, moving forward with ease, feeling optimistic. And not pressing up against something that's not moving. We need to open our minds into different directions if something's not working. And then releasing your hands down onto your knees, taking a deep breath in, shoulders up to your ears. And then deep sigh out. And then coming up, facing forward for the jaw release. So press your fingers on the inner corner of your eye where that little, feels like a little ball bearing. And then any other finger between your eyebrows. You can put your thumbs, rest your thumbs on your chin and open your jaw and close. Actually, maybe don't put your thumbs there, they get in the way. Open and clench when you close. You can feel that movement just next to your nose, and open and clench. And then release your hands down onto your knees. And preparing for lion's breath. So we're bringing a lot of energy into the body, opening up our throats and moving forward. So getting rid of anything that's holding us back into old patterns. Breathing in. Shoulders all the way up. Lift out of your hips. Lift up and out. Make your tongue very long and feel the air going over the back of your throat. So you're clearing that throat chakra, breathing in. Shoulders all the way up. And especially clearing for the full moon tomorrow. Hey, what a moon. And out. Coming up, shoulders up to the ears. Tomorrow, whatever you haven't released, it will be released. Breathe in and then rolling your shoulders up and back. So get rid of that. So this moon brings out the cracks and secrets are revealed. It's Scorpio moon, so things coming out from the depths. And anything that's got cracks will be opened. So something that's not working on any level will have to be reconsidered and reviewed. And come up and forward around your upper back, taking deep breaths. Open up that area between your shoulder blades. The bladder meridian runs all the way down the back. So we want to remove or stretch the connective tissue away from how it pinches the meridian, how stressed we get in our backs. Just do 2 more. 1, 2. And then change your cross. So other leg in front. Bringing your fingers under your collarbone, next to your breastbone. This is kidney 27. So press into that point, drop your chin to your chest. Look up at the ceiling, open your mouth and clench it. And drop your head down, feeling this kidney 27. It's the last point on the kidney meridian. Tuck your chin, looking up, breathing in, open your mouth, clench, and breathe out, tucking your chin. And last time, looking up at the ceiling, open, clench, and tucking your chin. Hands on your knees, breathing in and breathing out. So releasing all resistance to change. Bring your fingers up in front of you, so lifting up your elbows and putting your fingers like a little zip, breathing in and out. So you're shooting your elbows back, clearing and cleansing the aura and strengthening it, and opening up the shoulder joints. You could feel some clicks, and also squeezing your upper back, so activating the bladder meridians in the back. So bring a lot of energy and air into your lungs and your body. Use your diaphragm and your abs. The more we can move our energy fields and our meridians in our body, the less resistant we will be to accepting the changes that are coming and that are here. Just do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And releasing, sticking your legs out in front, pat your legs on the mat, and then pat your feet and your legs. Connect with your thighs and your hamstrings and your knees and your belly and your arms and especially your lower back. Lots of bladder meridians there, and shoulders, and then the scalp. Very important for the bladder. Lots of bladder meridians here which get very tense. And then come seated in Sukhasana. Left leg in front. Breathing in, arms up, stretch up. And breathing out, fold forward. Bring your ears between your arms. Press your palms and your fingers into the mat. Press back, so push back. Tuck your chin. And walk your hands to the right. So now you're folding over your right leg. Drop your forehead down. Make sure that your left knee doesn't pop up too much. Squeeze your liver and gallbladder here on the right. Lower your right arm, left arm over your ear. Press your left knee down, look at your palm. And then hand to the ceiling, fingers stretching up. And then take your fingers into your lower back. Your hand, back of your hand on your lower back, look over your shoulder. And come up, twisting to the left. Strong twist, lift up, long spine, square shoulders, look all the way back. And then swivel around and twist to the right. And then come facing forward. Take your hand onto the inside of your left foot and lift your leg, straight leg, lifting up your chest. You can bring your right hand into your hip. Hold the arch of your foot. So lifting up. And then take your left leg outside of your right leg so that you can come into a twist. Bring your right arm up and twist. So make your arm into a stop, the stop sign, bent arm. And press your arm into your leg, opening up your glute. Look over your shoulder. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And one more breath in. So we're twisting the body so that we're giving the kidneys a bit of a squeeze. And then come facing forward. Put your legs down again so that your right big toe is at your left heel. Bring your thumbs into your kidney 1 point. Your kidney 1 point is below the ball of your foot, underneath your second toe, where the ball of the foot goes up like a W. Breathing in, press this point. This is the initiation of the kidney meridian. It's where energy comes in, the bubbling spring. Breathe in and pull yourself down, HA. 1, 2, 3. Stay down at 3. Drop your chin to your chest. Round your back, press into this kidney point. Take one more breath here. And then coming up to seated. Come back into Sukhasana. Right leg on the front, left leg at the back. Breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, stretch forward. Ears between your arms and press back. And walk your hands to the left. So your forehead is over your left knee, releasing your right leg. So feel the pull in your lower back. And ground your left arm, right arm over, looking at your palm. Squeezing the spleen and the pancreas. And fingers to the ceiling, lift up. Right knee goes down. And then take your right hand into your lower back, look over your shoulder. Into a twist, and then come up, twist to the right. So lengthen out of your hips, long neck, look over, as far back as you can. Breathe into your belly, massage your internal organs. And then twisting to the left. Just swing your arms around and twist. Opening the upper back. And come facing forward. Hold your right foot on the arch of the foot and lift your leg up. Open your hamstrings. Lifting up your chest. Stretching the leg open. And then take your leg over. So on the other side of your left thigh. And then left arm up. Bent arm, pressing your arm into your right thigh so that you open up the glute. Look over. This is a very strong twist for the abdomen. So we're also pressing onto the kidneys and the bladder here. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. And one more breath in and breathing out. And releasing, taking your left toe to your right heel, holding the bubbling spring, which is over here underneath the ball of your foot where it bobs up into a little dent. I don't know what you call it, like a little point. Breathing in. And then HA. 1, 2. Last one. Stay down. Hold down. Hold this point. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And then coming up to seated. Putting your feet in the turtle position. So you've got nice diamond shape between your legs. We're going to clear the meridians now. We're going to open and activate them. So we're going to start with the kidney. So kidney 1, bubbling spring, press that. The bubbling spring is often quite sensitive, and it's important that it's open because when it is open, we feel very grounded and we can move forward with trust as we want to do and confidence that things will work out. Then move your fingers up to your inner ankle bone and just press all the way around this ankle bone, especially between the ankle bone and the Achilles. It's a strong kidney point. Then our favorite, one hand width above the inner ankle bone, the spleen, liver, kidney intersection, the worry point. Give that a strong press. And then all the way up to your knee joint. The knee joint, right in the joint, goes spleen, liver, kidney. So just take your thumb between the two bones that form the knee joint and press along that joint. You will then activate the spleen, liver, and kidney points along here. So just not to have to be too exact and spend too much time finding the point, but you'll see it's at the lower side of your leg, on the inner leg. And then squeeze all the way up your inner thighs, lower down than what you expect because it goes spleen, liver, kidney. And then up your ribs along the six-pack here. You know the six-packs that we have. And then up over the boobs, almost across the nipple area, up to kidney 27. Give that a good squeeze. This is the end. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And in the bladder, tapping the inner eye. It's quite tricky, but just take your intention to the inner eye. Tap or rub. Between the eyebrows, tapping or rubbing. Opening up, it's an anxiety releasing point. And then take all your fingers and go along the top of your skull, like train tracks, all the way around to the back of your skull, to those points which are next to your spine, as your spine joins or holds up your skull on either side. Nice sore points often. And then down, taking the backs of your hands and strong pats down your back. And then your palms of your hands open up your lower back. very strong pats and rubs here. And then flatten your feet. Take your hands behind your thighs. Above your knee joint, there's a nice little point, bladder 40. And all the way down, flex your feet, the outer edges of your feet, the blades of your feet. Pat and hold your little toes, squeeze and pull. And then stretch both legs out in front, fold forward, drop your chin to your chest. Take a deep breath in, hold the outside of your feet, hold the blades of your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. And even if your knees are bent, just keep holding the outside of your feet, the end of your bladder meridian. Breathe in and breathe out. And coming up, cross your right leg over your left leg. Straight legs, crossed at the knee. And stretch your fingers forward, press kidney 1. Fold forward. It's a strong neural stretch for the back of the left leg. So drop your forehead towards your right knee. Press into this point. Breathing in. Press your belly down onto your right thigh. Breathing out. Coming up to seated. Take your hands behind you. Keep your legs crossed. Point your toes. And come up into upside down plank. So you're balancing on your left heel. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your glutes. And then lower yourself down and come lying on your back, keeping your legs crossed. Flex your feet and rock your feet behind you. You're lying on your back, but now you're rocking on your sacrum, flexing your feet and lifting your sacrum off the mat a little bit. So keep your kneecaps lifted and keep your feet flexed. And then come all the way forward. Both legs straight, so undo the cross, fold forward, hold the outside of your feet, pull yourself down. Excuse me. And then coming up to seated, left leg over right leg, crossing at the knee. Flex your feet. Take your fingers to kidney 1 and pull your feet back. Opening up the backs of the legs. Drop your chin to your chest, forehead towards your left knee. Round your lower back. Feel a strong stretch in your back. Take one more breath here. The longer we hold these postures, the more we open the fascia, which then releases pressure on the meridians. And then coming up to seated, pointing your toes, coming to upside down plank. Keep your legs crossed. Press your right heel into the mat. And releasing all the way down. Come lying flat on your back, bringing your crossed legs up with your feet flexed, lying down, head to the mat and rocking. Keep your legs straight. Keep your feet flexed, rock on your lower back. Just do 2 more rocks. 1, 2, come forward, both feet out straight, undo the cross, hold the edge of your feet, pull yourself down further than when you started. Round your upper back. And then roll back into plow. So roll all the way back into the plow. Bring your hands into your lower back. Tuck your chin. So you're holding your bladder meridians in your lower back. Taking your legs over. Doesn't matter if your knees are bent or not. You just want to get this position, releasing stress and anxiety and fatigue. With the plow. And then rolling all the way up, back into a seated position with your knees bent and your feet flat. And your fingers making a little zip Lifting up out of your hips, we're going to open the solar plexus now with the kidneys. So breathing into the left, out to the right. It's like you're holding a big energy ball. And feel this big energy ball in front of you. So you're creating a lot of energy around you in the area of your solar plexus. You're bringing in confidence, bringing in wisdom. How do I move forward? How do I use my optimism to look forward? Oh, Fuzzy can't look forward now because I won't open the door. So I have to wait. Sometimes we do just have to be patient. Just do 3 more. 1, you're swiveling right on your center and massaging the kidneys. And then releasing your hands into Rudra Mudra. Peter pointer, ring finger on the thumb. Middle finger, small finger up. Pinkies up, middle fingers up. Stretch forward, open your throat, and then round your back, lean back. Breathing in, it's like a cat-cow in a seated position. Rudra Mudra, grounding your confidence. So you're rocking on your sit bones and stretching and pulling into your solar plexus, using this mudra to ground you. Just do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Hold the mudra, take a deep breath in, breathing in confidence, breathing out despair, or fear, or shame, and open, wide-legged seated stance. Bringing your hands onto your knees and rolling around, opening up, rolling all the way around your lower back so we can open up the sacral chakra for the bladder. Energize the bladder. Act with confidence is the bladder's mantra. I trust that things will work out. And the more we can do that and the more we can flow with it, the more they will work out, because we don't choose directions that are not good for us. Bring your arms up into goddess, using the deeper abdominal muscles. And then up into namaste, above your crown, tiny circles. And then bring your hands down, back onto your knees and go in the other direction, opening up the area between your lumbar and sacral vertebrae and activating at the 5th dimension, the navel and sacral chakras, which means I radiate harmony and I choose my partners wisely. I choose my company wisely. I choose wisely. Arms up into goddess. And then up into namaste, tiny circles, tiny circles. And then release your hands down onto your knees, flex your feet, lift your kneecaps, breathe in and breathe out. And then take your left hand onto the arch of your left foot. If you can find kidney 1, do that. Take your right hand into your lower back. Pull your left arm down. Look up at the ceiling. Flexing your feet, pressing kidney 1. Your right hand is in your lower back. So it's covering the bladder meridians in the lower back. And also stretching and opening the area that gets very compressed and tight and presses on those bladder meridians. That's why we get lower back pain when we feel despair and hopelessness. We can't move forward. We're not feeling abundant. And coming up to seated and change. Right hand on past the arch of your foot, fingers into your kidney 1, your bubbling spring. Left hand into your lower back. Pull your right arm down. So press your elbow towards your leg or the floor. And look up at the ceiling. And then coming up to seated. Bring your elbows, so bend your knees, bring your elbows into your inner thighs, pressing your kidney meridians and hands underneath your calves and lift. So finding your balance. Keep reminding yourself, I am good enough, I have enough. And releasing down, interlacing your fingers and stretch forward. We're opening up the inner thighs. Now flex your feet, taking the pressure off the kidney meridians in the inner thighs. Keep using the breath, feeling accepted and good enough, and activating courage. We are in a time that requires courage and trust. Let's do 3 more rolls. 1, 2, 3. And bring both feet together, cross your ankles. You've got options here. We're going to do 5 spinal rolls. So you either cross your ankles and hold the bladder meridian on the blade of your foot, or if that doesn't work, then hold behind, just above your knee joint, on your thigh, on your hamstrings. That's bladder 40. So you can choose how you want to roll. Okay, let's go. 1, all the way back, over all those bladder meridians. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. And coming up to seated, bending your knees, feet flat on the mat. Holding your knees with your hands, breathing in. Grounding your sit bones, breathing out. Bring your hands behind your thighs, just above your knees, lifting up and kick. So when you kick, totally release your ankles and your toes. And keep your hands on your thighs, just above your knees. And then crossing your ankles, coming into table and drumming the tops of your feet. And then coming into the cow, looking up, squeeze your intervertebral discs and round for the cat. Press into the heels of your hands, squeeze your glutes, tuck your chin. And looking up, breathing in, opening up all the nerves that serve the organs in the body and rounding for the cat. And last time, breathing in and rounding, breathing out. And press back into child's pose, long arms out in front. Take a deep breath in child's pose and then breathing out. And then come up into cow, breathing in. You're doing a spinal flexion sequence here to open the back, and then come into plank. Stretch your body out, open the arches of your feet, ground your toes, especially your little toe. Press the bubbling spring on the ball of your foot into the mat. And then come rocking into up dog. So drop your belly down, stay on the balls of your feet, squeeze your glutes, open your throat, roll your eyes back. And come into down dog. Heels back, drop your crown to the mat. Lift your left leg up and bring your knee through to your wrist for pigeon. So bringing your leg all the way through so that your left knee is at your left wrist, and slide your right leg back. Breathing in, looking up, opening your throat, and then breathing out. Stretch forward for the dead pigeon. So bringing your forehead to the mat, releasing tension in the glutes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And then ground your fingers, tuck your toes, step back into plank. And then drop your knees down into child's pose. Stretching your arms out, releasing your wrists. Open up your upper back. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Come up into the cow, looking up, breathing in. And then come into plank, breathing out. And then take a deep breath in plank. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs. Feel the kidney meridians in your inner thighs. And then drop your belly down into up dog, but you're keeping the balls of your feet grounded, straight legs, eyes rolled back. And coming into down dog, round your lower back, heels back, crown to the mat. Stretch the backs of your legs. The bladder meridian goes all the way down the backs of the legs. And right leg up, three-legged dog. And bring your right knee behind your wrist. And stretch your left leg out. All the way back, looking up. And then come down into the dead pigeon. Arms stretched out in front, forehead to the mat. Feel the stretch in your hip and your inner thighs. So opening up those areas. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Just releasing resistance. Just flowing with this. And then ground your hands, tuck your back foot, step back into plank. And then drop your knees and come into child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. Take 1 more breath in child's pose. And then pressing back into a squat, so tucking your feet again, grounding your bubbling spring, bringing your elbows onto your legs, connecting with your pulse, pulling in your belly button long back, strengthening the feet and the ankles. The bladder and the kidney work, the meridians work a lot in the ankles. In the inner and outer ankles. And grounding your feet down, your hands down, ground your feet, and come into a standing forward fold. And take your right leg in front of your left leg, so you're crossing at your knees. Bring your hands onto your shins, looking forward, shoulders pressed back. Opening the backs of the legs all the way down to the ankles. So the bladder is on the outside ankle, next to the outside ankle bone, the kidney next to the inside, between the Achilles tendon and the ankle. Hands down, both feet together and crossing. Left leg over right. Bring your hands onto your left shin and look ahead. Press your shoulders back, straighten your legs. Open the backs of the legs. And then dropping your hands down. Take your fingers, if you need to bend your knees, do that. And rub your Achilles tendon. So rub the space between your outer ankle bone and your Achilles and your inner ankle bone and your Achilles. So just releasing the bladder meridian. On the outer area here, it will release a lot of pressure and tension all the way down your back. So give your Achilles tendon a good squeeze, and then roll up, round back, shoulders up to the ears, and back. Feet at the edges of the mat, breathing in, bringing your arms up, and then breathing out. Just as low as you want to go, and make sure that your feet are in the right position not to hurt your knees. Breathing yin energy up, breathing yang energy down. And And that bladder point between the outer ankle bone and the Achilles tendon is a very good point to release stress along the back. Breathing in, when those meridians are blocked. Opens the chi all the way down those meridians. And last one, breathing in. Pulling the yin energy up, pushing the yang energy down, so bringing balance. And then come straight up into a big star. Stretch into your fingers, lift your kneecaps, squeeze your glutes, feel your inner thighs, so pull your hips forward. And then come into goddess. Hips forward, elbows back, shoulder blades squeezed. And release your hands down. Bring your feet hip width apart. Hands in namaste in front of you, not against your body. And we're going to open up the hips. So bend your knees. Pull your hips forward. Pull your right hip up. Stick your tail out to the back. Bring your left hip up and pull your hips forward. Right hip up, tail to the back, left hip up, pull your hips forward. And then change, left hip up, tail back, right hip up, forward. And do one more roll. Left hip, back, round. Hip circles, very important exercise for the pelvis. Really, really important. Tadasana, bring your feet together. Grounding your bubbling spring. Feel your little toe on the mat. Bring your left hand onto your heart center. Right hand onto your belly. Close your eyes. Find your focus, your inner focus, your inner balance. Connecting with your breath and your pulse. So activating your courage to go with the flow. So no more resistance. And release. Open your eyes. Mountain pose. And balancing in the eagle. So left leg down, right leg around and tucked, or just cross your right leg over your left leg and point your big toe on the mat, pressing your wings out in a neural stretch. So finding your focus, looking from above down below, spiritual nobility, getting the bigger picture. And then bring your thumbs between your eyebrows, holding your focus, feeling your glutes, pulling your belly in, and releasing down. Both feet together, hands in namaste at your heart center. Connect with your circulation, breathing in and breathing out. Tadasana. Eagle, so ground your right leg and then swing your left leg around, tucking your foot or putting your big toe on the mat, pressing into your wings, flying above the situation, getting different perspectives. And bring your thumbs between your eyebrows, pressing into the stress release point, releasing anxiety and stress. Breathing in courage and trust. Everything will work out. It always works out for our highest good that we can't always see at the time. Release your hands down, both feet together, hands in namaste. Feel your pulse. Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathing in, arms up. And step back with your right foot into a lunge. So step back so that your foot is on the ball of your back foot. So you're pressing your bubbling spring into the mat. And take your right arm forward and your left arm back. Look over your right fingers, stretch into your left fingers. And then take your right hand on the outside of your thigh and drop your left hand, look over your shoulder. You're doing a twist. And come facing forward, bringing both arms up. Breathing in and straightening your front leg. Parshvottanasana, fold forward. Press your right hip forward, drop your forehead towards your knee, drop your crown towards the mat. Opening up the backs of the legs and stretching the hamstring ligaments. And then step your right leg behind your left leg so that your legs are crossed at the knee. And then breathe in, bringing your arms out to the sides, all the way around, interlacing your fingers. And stretch up and lean to the right, opening up your ribs. And lean to the left. And releasing your hands all the way down into the eagle wings, press into your palms, and then releasing down further. Left hand onto your hip, lift your right leg up, either hold your knee to hold your balance or take your big toe and stretch. And release down. Bring your hands into Namaste. Take a deep breath in and breathing out. Tadasana, mountain pose. Strong mountain posture. Breathing in, arms up. And left leg back into a lunge onto the ball of your back foot. Left arm forward, right arm back. Looking over your fingers, pointing forward, twisting your body. And then take your left arm on the outside of your right leg. Drop your right arm down. Look over your shoulder. Opening up your neck. And then facing forward, arms up. And straighten your front leg, come down. Forward fold, Parshvottanasana. Left hip forward. Fingers to the mat. Dropping your crown down. Straight, trying to straighten both your legs. And then step your left leg behind your right leg so that they cross at the knees, breathing in all the way up. Interlacing your fingers. Lifting, leaning to the left. And center and leaning to the right. Press the bubbling spring down. And center and stretch your wings out, pressing into your palms. And then releasing your hands, right hand onto your hip, left knee up. And then if you want to, big toe, stretch out. Big toe balance. And releasing your left leg down, hands in Namaste. No self-judgment or criticism, yogis. Take another deep breath in and out. Tadasana. Breathing in, arms up. And step back into warrior two with your right leg. Look over your fingers, pull your belly in. This brings stamina into the body. Come into triangle. Straighten your front leg. Stack your shoulders, look up at your right thumb. Strengthen your knees. Flexibility moving forward, strong knees. Take another deep breath in here. And breathing out. Come back up into warrior two. And lunge. Swivel onto the ball of your back foot. Pressing the bubbling spring down, pressing your heel back, bringing your hands into Namaste, thumbs between your eyebrows. Slight back bend here, feel it in your inner thighs. And then releasing down into a forward fold, so straighten your front leg, coming back into Parshvottanasana. Push your right hip forward. And then bend your front leg, bring your thumbs into your kidney 27 point, under your collarbone, next to your breastbone, and step to the front of the mat. Hands in, all the way down to Tadasana. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're trying to activate the kidney meridian from the bubbling spring to kidney 27, which is just underneath your collarbones, next to your sternum, your breastbone. Breathing in, arms up. And step back, left leg back, warrior two. Bring stamina into the body. I am good enough. The kidney holds fear and shame. That's what you have to move with the kidney. Feel good enough and accepted on all levels. And come into Trikonasana. Straighten your front leg. Look up at your thumb. Strengthen your knees. Moving forward with confidence. Everything will work out if you allow it to flow as it should. Take one more breath in triangle. And come back up, warrior two, so that you can transition into a lunge. Bring your back foot on the ball of your foot and press your bubbling spring into the earth, bringing up that earth energy. Hands in Namaste, thumbs between your eyebrows. And the earth's resonance is, the frequency is picking up quite strongly now. I see. Red. And releasing your hands down, straighten your front leg. Folding forward in Parshvottanasana. Open the backs of your legs, both bubbling springs nicely grounded now. And then bend your front knee, bring your thumbs into kidney 27 so we can get to the end of the kidney meridian. Step to the front of the mat and release. Hands in Tadasana. Shoulders away from the ears. Bring your left hand onto your heart center, right hand onto your belly. Close your eyes. Find your center. And know that everything will work out. Just allow new things to open. Just look for different possibilities, completely out the box, which you've never thought of. And open your eyes, Tadasana. So grounding your left leg for tree. Bringing your right leg up, pressing into your wings. So looking at things from a totally different perspective. You need to bring in that energy, that Uranian energy, completely out the box. Very eccentrically unusual. Bring your thumbs between your eyebrows, right leg forward. Ground your bubbling spring, strengthen your ankles. Bring your hands above your head in Namaste, cross your thumbs, bring your right leg back. Warrior three, connecting heaven and earth, opening your crown. And bring both feet together. Bring your hands into your heart center, breathing in, breathing out. Tadasana. Ground your feet, feel your little toes on the mat for the bladder. Feel the start of the bladder point in the inner eye point. And then ground your right leg, left leg up. Spreading into your wings. So what else? This is not working. What else? There's something better coming along for me. What is this? Thumbs between your eyebrows, left leg forward. Pull your kneecap up, point your toes back. Hands in Namaste above your crown, cross your thumbs, come into Warrior 3. Grounding your right foot, pressing into your back foot. And both feet together, breathing in and breathing out. Hands in Tadasana, mountain pose. And breathing in, arms up. And folding forward. And stepping back into plank or whatever you want to do to get onto your belly so that you can put one flat hand on top of the other and rock your hips. Just to release the adrenals, which sit right on the kidneys. This is called an adrenal rock. An adrenal release rock. Just take 2 more breaths here. And then roll over onto your back. With your knees bent and your feet flat. So that you can pinch your Achilles tendon. Because we're going to do a bridge. But I want this bladder 60 point at the outside, between the outside ankle bone and the Achilles, and the kidney point here, kidney 3. So pinch your Achilles tendon, tuck your arms under your body and lift. So try and squeeze. If you can't get directly onto your Achilles, and squeeze your ankles. This really is an excellent release. Press your knees together, closer together, tuck your chin, lengthen the back of your neck, and bring calm into the body with the bridge. So we're releasing the chi all the way down the back, where the bladder meridian separates into 4 streams down the back. From the 2 that come down the skull. Breathe in and breathe out. Pressing your solar plexus up to the ceiling, sacrum up to the ceiling, and then lower your spine all the way down. And stretch your left leg down, pull your right knee into your chest, and roll your right leg to the left. Looking at your right hand. Just release the spine. Take 2 breaths here. Breathing in and out. Taking your breath to any muscles that are resisting. You want free flow. Breathing in and out. And then bring both knees into your chest, nose to knees, and right leg all the way down, left leg squeezing up and over to the right. And look at your left hand, breathing in, deep breath and out. Take another deep breath into your kidneys and your bladder. Bringing in courage and releasing fear. And then bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a good hug, good enough hug. And come rolling up to seated in Sukhasana. So we're going to use the Varun Mudra, which is balancing the water in our body, because of the bladder kidney, and also that's the emotions for this very intense full moon tomorrow. So, and we're going to do Kapalabhati breaths, which is the shining skull, raising our energy vibration. So breathe in for 4 counts, and then strong out breath. Breathing in. So the out breath is through your mouth, contracting your diaphragm and your abdominals, breathing in. So you're cleansing and clearing your auric space, your bioenergy field, breathing in. Breathing in. And then last time, breathing in. Release your hands down onto your knees, palms facing down. Take an easy breath in through both nostrils and out through your nostrils. And then bring your hands in front of your heart center, warming up your hand chakras. And then bring your hands into your heart, tilting your head down in thanks. And yogis, always remember to thank yourselves for your light and for your presence. And come facing forward. Let's use our third eyes for wisdom, our lips for love, and our hearts for peace. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the full moon tomorrow. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Dyan.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Namaste.
Thanks, Dyan.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.